is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can
have time to go visit. I mean, you know, he's only in town for so long, but definitely a good watering hole.
It is, it is. 7:22 the time. It is the morning after show on 94X. Doc Andrews, Gilo in the studio, Miller here, as well as some guy named Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
Mucking around back there, right, putting his name all over things.
Just getting bombarded with it as soon as we went into songs. Hey, Bobby, Bobby, you sign this? This? This?
Miller time, what do you got for Bobby this time?
Let's start with this, because I always loved the hockey from 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now that might show my age a little bit, but whenever I talk,
you look a lot older.
Okay. when I talk to the young guys, everybody's so happy with the new NHL. Like, which side of the fence are you on? When you played, the way it is now, the state of the game compared to when you played to now. Where are you?
I think well, we have a lot of great young players in our game today. The big change are the rules. Obstruction. I mean, and one of the reasons I think for some of the injuries is that we aren't allowed to help our partners. We can't hold guys up. You know, you lift your stick, lay a stick against a guy, and you're going to get you're going to get an obstruction call or a hooking call. And so I just think there are issues with me on some of the calls. We're a tough game. We're a physical game. I do agree with those that think we've got to do something about the head hits. I don't think those are body checks. It's not a body check. Taking any part of your arms or your shoulder hitting a guy in the head is a body check. And we're losing so many players now. Something has to be done there. But overall, I think the game is fine. I just I hope we don't. I thought it looked like for a while they were getting into a special teams game. Power play, penalty kill, power play, penalty kill with penalties. But I thought last year in the playoffs it was pretty good. It was really good hockey, and the referees let the guys play.
But still
down low, you got to let our guys play. I mean, you just can't hold anybody up, and you can't help your partner. You can't help protect your partner. I think that's wrong.
But still not as good as when you played.
Well, I think the game's. I mean, our game doesn't change. What's changed our game today are the rules. I mean, I had referees say, you're a superstar. You have to take that. Today, you can't. You've got to let the player go, and that's opened it up a little bit. But I don't think it's increased the offense that much.
Now, like you said, you're owned by the Bruins since you were 14 years old, and besides a brief stint, you got ink all over your hand. That's part of the problem when you're signing autographs all day long. But now, when it comes to the NHL, when you're sitting down to watch the CBC doubleheader on a Saturday, who are you cheering for? Do you stick with the Bruins, or are you always going to be?
I'm a hockey fan. I like to see a good game. I like to see a player that, if this is his level, come out and play that level consistently. Yeah. So I'm. Obviously I have a little something for the Bruins.
You heard it here first. Bobby Orr is a massive Canucks fan. You heard it here on the show first.
Well, at least he's not cheering for the Leafs.
Yeah.
If you knew how much
I think what's happening in our game today with Edmonton, Vancouver, and Calgary, the rivalries. I mean, I think it's cooking up pretty good now out here with those three teams. So I think the game. Obviously, we have some teams that are having problems, and there's probably going to be some movement. But overall, I think our game is
It's a huge closet Coyotes fan.
Now, with the exception, of course, the Safe and Fun Hockey program that you've been doing for 11 years now.
Oh, if I could, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, Hockey Canada is a great partner with ours in the Chevrolet Safe Fun Hockey. Our Chevrolet dealers across Canada, besides Cassie Campbell, Mike Bossy, and I doing the 3-day events, we do 4 of those. Our Chevrolet dealers across Canada do 50 to 60 one-day events with the same message and they pay for it, and they give 500 hours of ice time out to the kids in the local community.
Wow.
So our Chevrolet dealers, I've got to pat them on the back for the great work they do on our program. And also when, it's no secret there's, in the car industry there are problems, and when this all started, I'm speaking with the GM people, I was a little nervous they were going to drop this program, but without hesitation I would say, hey, this is for the local communities, for the children. This program is going to continue. So, and they didn't hesitate. So to GM, I thank them, and our Chevrolet dealers, GM Corporate and our Chevrolet dealers are wonderful in the program.
Very Yes.
Just want to ask you about the Canada Cup in 1976, because that's my fondest memory, because I hate to admit it, but I was always a Montreal fan, and when Montreal played the Bruins, and I still remember the upset from 71 with the great team he had after, because you won in 70 and 72. But you were at such a level in the Canada Cup, and I still remember all the reports. Did the Canada Cup help put the end to Bobby Orr's career from a knee injury-wise? Because you never were the same after that. Like, what was the toll?
I didn't play much after that.
No.
The Canada Cup did not cause my retirement. I was really having a hard time. But
Certainly didn't look like it.
Well, look at the team.
There's a couple of good players.
It was not a difficult team to play on.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference. I mean, it's a whole different ball game when you go back to your race. I mean, it's that team that was put together in '76. I don't know if there was ever a better team put together for Canada.
Hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Hey, turn down the news.
You filmed
This is Bobby Orr's jacket. I'm looking through his bag.
Let's root through it.
He's got a bag full of Tylenol for his knees.
Through it. That's so disrespectful.
I wonder if he's got like Bobby Orr merchandise in this very.
He sells it out of his coat.
Watch this, watch this. Should I put his glasses on?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. That's so disrespectful. Don't put the glasses on until you've won the cup.
Yeah, dude. Those
It's the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Okay. It's the morning after show on 94X. Doc Gilo, the Tragically Hip with In View, as we're wrapping up a nice set as we say goodbye to the busiest guy in Prince George today, Bobby Orr. Been shipped out. He's gone. He's done. He's out of here.
And right on time, might I say. We're pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
here
hold
it
on
is,
5 seconds
7:45.
and he's out of here.
You know, he said he had to be gone by 7:45, and we are men of our word.
Mm-hmm.
So Bob, we'll get you out of here.
I will go on record as saying that myself and Bobby are now feuding. Leaving the studio, he has said, give a kiss to Michelle, who's my girlfriend. He ate her cookie, said he loved her, and now he wants to kiss her.
And she said she loved him.
Yeah, so...
He's got way more to offer than you do, too. You should be a little worried right
I
now.
am.
Where's your Stanley Cup ring?
Yeah, exactly.
You are a loser.
I'm like the third leading scorer on my team. In the D League.
In the D League, yeah.
Now this is exciting. We are about to all become greatness, guys. Bobby Orr has left his cup behind. He left his water cup behind, and
Do it. Drink from it. Yeah! Pass it around. Pass it around.
Take a sip of greatness,
All
Bob.
of a sudden, I'm going to score goals.
I don't think you had the swine flu. Did we ask him about the swine at all?
Oh man,
We didn't
I
ask
feel
him.
like I feel greatness.
I can't skate. Maybe this will make me like be
I'll
able
get
to
you, I'll get
skate.
you here.
Yeah, here.
Again, we're not here right now, but a big thank you to Bobby
good.
Orr, the greatest defenseman of all time, coming in. He is a hell of a guy. That guy.
Absolutely,
Very
man.
nice.
Very soft-spoken gentleman.
Yeah, you can tell that he's used to. I mean, you almost feel bad for the guy who sits down. Hartley's got a busload of family here. They're all coming in. He signed 18 things for my dad, and he did it. Didn't complain. He smiled. He was making jokes, hitting on my girlfriend.
Dirty ass ink all over his hand.
Mm-hmm. And we should say it's a great thing that he does. Him teaming up with Chevrolet for the safe and fun hockey thing.
Absolutely.
If your kids are lucky enough to be some of the kids in Prince George that are going to this, take it seriously. Remind them that hockey is an important thing. It's a lifestyle, and playing with respect and proper conduct is a very important thing as well.
I mentioned, remind them of who Bobby Orr is.
No
I
kidding.
mean, some kids growing up, unfortunately, they get to see him play. They don't realize just what a talent
Sidney
this guy
Crosby
is.
and Ovechkin now. Yeah.
Remember who Bobby Orr was, man, and is for that matter, because the guy's a greatness.
Yeah.
Greatness.
That was I don't know. That was one of the coolest things I've done in radio right there, my friends. Maybe we drank out of Bobby Orr's cup. That's the closest we're going to get to sipping out of the cup with Bobby Orr.
It's true. Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
basically did.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically have sipped out of the Stanley Cup.
Basically, we're greatness now as well, is what's happened.
Admiral Roofing Ice Hawks, I'd like to tell my team that I'm now retiring from the D League and moving to Seniors A.
The NHL.
I asked him to play for us on Sunday, and he said he couldn't.
Because he hates you.
Yeah.
He hates you. He's coming over to my house for dinner tonight, but I'm not allowed to go. It's just him and my girl.
Oh.
Things are gonna happen.
Dave's top 10. Come on.
And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good